Hello and welcome to our channel MarshStream, your public performance broadcast platform. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. You can also donate to our tip jar and support the arts and artists of MarshStream by clicking the link below in the description. Check out our website at themarsh.org for all upcoming live performances. Now enjoy the show.
Welcome everybody, welcome back if you've been here for the last couple weeks, and welcome for the first time if you're just joining us. I'm Tracy, this is Jana, and I'm just going to give us a short outline of what to look towards today. So Jana's going to build the chi field and get us settled in like we do before every practice. And then I'll go over a few of the points that we've talked about in the last few classes. And we'll do a short review of the movements again. And then we will have about a half-hour practice that Jana will lead us through. And a half-hour moving practice. And then we'll do a short sitting practice and then the closing. So pretty typical what we've done the last few classes. You'll get a nice long practice time. So hopefully by the end of the class, you'll be feeling better than you're feeling right now. But before we get started, I wanted to mention a few things that we have. Feel free to put questions into the chat room. If we can't get to them today, we will get to them next week, or maybe your questions will be answered during the day. We also have a contact form that if you want to stay in touch with us around any news or things that we might want to send out, because this is a drop-in class, we didn't have your contact information. So if you want to be get announcements or be on either of our email lists, you can either in the chat room now. I think that they said that they are putting it there for you to download. You can also go on to the web page where you can get it there. And also on the web page is a diagram of the shoulder rotations that we continually go over. So you'll be able to look at that and maybe get a better visual of what direction you're supposed to be going. So you can download that also directly on the website. And then lastly, a question I think a couple weeks ago was, do either of us have any online classes going on at the moment? I don't, but Jana has a beautiful Sunday practice class that it would be a wonderful class for anybody who's doing this to join, because she's doing this practice, and it's at 10:45. Is that right? If you want to come in to a few minutes early, it starts at 11, but 15 minutes of chatting or questions or just connecting with the other people in the class. And it's for an hour until noon. So that is also the link to Jana's website is under her bio on the Qigong webpage. But I think we'll also put it into the chat later today so that you can just click it there and get to it. So I'm going to hand it over to Jana to get us into that right and good state of mind.
Hi, everyone. Thanks, Tracy. It's wonderful to be with you again. And if you're new, welcome. We're going to start by settling in. So find a comfortable place, whether you're sitting, lying down, whatever's comfortable for you in the moment. And gently close your eyes, drawing awareness into the body. Sometimes with our busy days, we're very externally focused. So we're going to transition, bringing awareness inside and noticing. I'm not going to do or try to change anything. We're just going to increase our awareness and bring ourselves to this moment. Feeling yourself sitting, how gravity's holding you, your body, your feet. If you're lying down, whatever position you're in, Relax into it and notice how gravity is supporting you. And notice how you're feeling right now. How is your body feeling? How about your energy level, your chi? And guiding awareness to the mind. Just noticing what the mind is up to. And giving ourselves the space to be in this class, to be present, to grow and learn, to be patient with ourselves, and to enjoy our moment. We'll build the chi field now. You can do this with your eyes closed still. And since awareness is inside, you can imagine, visualize inside the body is spacious, letting go of images of anatomy and just seeing the body, inside the body, and experiencing it. And guiding awareness, expanding it out to include the room that you're in. And expanding awareness out to connect with nature, the beautiful springtime that's happening. Expanding out further to embody the whole earth, all of life on earth. Expanding out other to greet the moon, further to greet the moon. The harmony we have with the moon. The ebb and tide of life connects with the moon. And expanding out further to connect with the sun. And even further to the vast open space of the universe. With a sense of gratitude for this moment. Drawing awareness back to the body. Inviting a sense of curiosity and openness. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. If you'd like to keep your eyes closed, that's okay too. So our focus for today, in terms of learning the method, we've been working on Tian Yuan, which is the first method of Yuan Qigong. There's 9 methods in the system, and we've been focusing on the first method. And over the last 2 weeks, we've gone over a lot of the physical movements and the mechanics. Today, we're going to focus a little bit on the mind activity. So in all Yuan Qigong methods, the mind has a job to do. So our minds are busy. We all experience it all the time. They're active, they're busy. You maybe have a busy mind right now. And that's okay. So we work with the mind. Instead of telling it to stop, we give it a job to do. And we gently guide it back to that job. So that's what we call the mind activity. And in these practices, we're bringing together the movement, so the body, and our chi and our mind, and we're unifying them. So they're all working together as one. And that helps us really become present. It helps us have more capacity for creativity. It brings greater sense of well-being to life. So in this particular method, the mind is going in, we start similar to how we were just doing in our chi field, is the mind is inside the body and the awareness is inside, and seeing the body as spacious and transparent. And then the mind expands. So we expand our awareness, we open our awareness to the universe. And the visualization for the universe is that the universe is bright. The universe is abundant. We're connecting with this raw yuan chi. It's formless and it's abundant. It's infinite. We're connecting with that with our mind, becoming one with it, and then drawing our awareness back to inside the body. And when we draw our awareness back inside the body, we've just connected with that chi and we're drawing it back inside. So chi follows the mind. So the more internal awareness we can have in those moments and visualize the body as spacious, empty, bringing it very deep inside, filling the body to a healthy spot, drawing that healthy vibrancy into the body, we can replenish ourselves that way. So it's the visualization. Then when we expand out, we connect with it again and we draw it back. And we're doing this over and over again with our movements. As the movements are in, the mind is in. As the movements expand, the mind expands. We're doing it over and over again and drawing back and back. Now, a couple things you can try in this practice is we are often very externally focused. It's a part of our culture. It's part of this day and age. And so starting to have an internal awareness may be new. You may be very familiar with it, or it may be new. So what I recommend is sometimes that focusing out can be easier than coming back in. Make sure you're really in. And we do a preparation. And when you do your preparation, really make those adjustments to really become internally focused and feel the spaciousness, and you can visualize the spaciousness inside and play around with it. If it's all new right now, it's a concept. Once you experience it, you'll understand. So give yourself room to learn and experience. So when we have this internal awareness and we expand out, and what I recommend is think of it as opening out as though perhaps you are a balloon with permeable edges or something. And your mind expands out and you're becoming bigger and all these things are joining you. So instead of thinking I'm going out to the universe and back to my body, out and in, try not to lose yourself in it. I mean, you can lose yourself, so to speak, and become one with it. But awareness-wise, keeping awareness on your own existence and becoming one with everything and this brightness, and then drawing back. And it's really, the consciousness has very few limits, no limits. So it's effortless. There's great ease, and explore that too, finding the ease in internal focus, external focus, and that union. It's almost like breath, but it's your chi. It's like the inhale and the exhale, and it's rhythmic, and it's a flow, and it's symbiotic, and that really recharges. So that's the basic part of the mind activity for Tianyuan, the practice that we're doing today. We also do parts where the mind activity is working on different parts of the body. You'll hear me say lower jiao, which is the organs in the lower torso, middle jiao, which is the digestive organs, and upper jiao. When we do the practice, I'll show you where those are. But for the visualization and the mind activity, again, see it as transparent. Chi will go even deeper and move more fluidly if you're visualizing something as chi. You're visualizing it as space or light or brightness. It'll move more fluidly. Chi is always changing and moving. So visualize it as empty and getting brighter and healthier. We'll go out, same thing. When we go to the next part, just see that part of the body, and that part of the body is expanding like we just talked about and coming back in the rhythmic way. And then when we do the pouring chi, which we talked about last week, and we'll go over it in our practice today, the visualization goes through the head, and it's really awareness inside the body, smoothing out, balancing, harmonizing. As you practice Tianyuan, this method, your sensitivity to Qi can grow. If you don't feel Qi, it's still working, but your sensitivity to it can grow. And so the mind activity and the sensitivity are kind of developing at the same time. So what I recommend for this practice and for today is to be curious, be open. Explore it instead of thinking it needs to be a certain way or what is it and I don't know what I'm doing. Like, just be curious and what does it feel like? What is it like to do that? And over time, your relationship with it will change. Tracy, do you want to add anything about the mind activity?
The only thing that I would say is that what I try to, so like Jana's saying, the body's empty and bright. I try to, it's good if you can get rid of that whole image of body. Maybe I just sort of see this amorphous space as my body that expands and contracts. It's almost like a jellyfish or an amoeba or something that's, so that I'm not seeing this physical thing that can be really restrictive and confining. So that's the only thing I would add, but it's a beautiful explanation of the mind activity.
Thank you. Yeah. So now you'll get to play around with it today. And so for our practice, Tracy's going to go over some mechanics in a moment, and then we'll go into our practice. But for the practice, we will emphasize the mind activity a little bit for you to practice. So I will guide you through it as we practice. And if you have questions or something comes up, go ahead and put it in the chat. If we don't get it to today, we'll get it to next week. And next week, we'll be talking about Qi. And so Qi, understanding how Qi works can really help understand how the mind activity works with Qi a little more. So you'll be building on your understanding. But today, you get to have the experience of exploring it in our practice. But before we do that, Tracy's going to go over a few mechanics for the movements itself.
So the movements, and to just go over a few of the points that we mentioned during the practice. So the first thing you might ask is, what are points? What is that about? Well, we have a physical body, but we also have an energetic body. And so with Qigong, we're working with sort of that energy matrix, which is you can think of it as like the software in your body that's being programmed, or that's programmed to tell your body what to do. And in traditional Chinese medicine, that system is meridians, the meridians. If you've had acupuncture, you know about the meridians. You're being, points in the meridian are being activated. So the meridians are like this big power grid in your body. And there are stations all along the way that sort of boost that power if they are working properly. If they're working properly, you have like a free flow of energy. And if you don't, you can have a power outage. So the purpose of these gates or these points that we're talking about is you don't even really need to know what they're doing, just that they're points in the body where energy, you want it to flow, because as it's flowing in the gates properly, then it's flowing through the meridian system in your body, helping to move the energy through, or the Qi through properly. So the few points that we mention in this practice, I'll stand up in a minute, but the first one is Bai Hui, which is at the top of the head. Jana showed in the first class, I think, that if you fold your ears down and bring your fingers up to the top, and where they meet is Bai Hui. It's like where the swirl of your hair twirls. So it's not the middle of your head. So what we talk about is lifting from Bai Hui. If you imagine that there's a chi cord pulling you from Bai Hui, then your chin is naturally going to tuck in. If you're thinking that it's the middle of your head, if I lift from here, then my chin is pulled out. It's like a marionette who's lifting up. And as you lift from Bai Hui, if you're lifting properly and your chin tucks in, your spine also automatically sort of aligns and straightens. So you can see if Jana is lifting, if her chin is pulled out or pushed out, see how her neck, there's a kink. And so the chi is not going to move and flow freely. But if she's lifting from Bai Hui, then her spine is naturally aligning and her chin's naturally tucking in. So that's Bai Hui. And then we also have lower Dan Tien, we often talk about. So lower Dan Tien is slightly below your belly button. How do I do this? So here's my belly button. So when we bring our hands around and we draw chi back to lower Dan Tien, we're just bringing our hands on top of the space, slightly below your belly button. And lower Dan Tien is actually about 3/4 of the way back in your abdominal area. So 3/4 of the way back is where the actual energy center is. And it's about the size of both your palm, your fists. So it's going to differ for every person. So you're thinking about this energy center about that size, about 3/4 of the way back, slightly below your belly button. And what Dan Tien does there are 3 Dan Tiens in the body. There's a lower Dan Tien, a middle Dan Tien, and an upper Dan Tien. And the lower Dan Tien is like a storage center for where we're building up the energy so that it can then send it out into the other meridian points. The middle Dan Tien the lower Dan Tien is for our physical chi. The middle Dan Tien is for our organ chi, and upper Dan Tien for consciousness. We don't need to know all that, but just know that the lower Dan Tien, we're trying to gather chi there to store, because our body is using that chi in the meridians. And then we have Ming Men, which is if I were to put a pencil in my belly button and it would come out the back, that's where Ming Men is. And Ming Men, so this is the point where when we finish the practice and we're going around the belt channel, and we're coming back around here, and then we send chi into Ming Men. And Ming Men and Dan Tien are oftentimes spoken of together. Ming Men is really it can act as a gate to allow energy in and out of there. So you just need to know where it is. You don't really need to know what it's doing right now. And then the last point is Wei Yin, which is the perineum, which if you don't know where the perineum is, for men, it's between the anus and the scrotum, and women, it's the anus and the vulva. And we're not lifting it. Someone mentioned last time about kind of like Kegel. It's not a physical lifting up. You can just think closed, and it's closed. And what we're doing is we're closing Wei Yin so that we don't lose the chi out of that point. And so the chi will continue down the legs. And what it's doing is it's allowing the chi to flow naturally through the circuit, the natural chi circuits of the meridians, rather than just losing it. So those are the points. And now we're going to go through the practice again, just very briefly. We'll just do a few moves each direction. And I'll show you each of those gates again. And we're going to add the legs in, because I think we didn't mention the legs last time. So you want to be, the leg and arm movements want to be in working at the same time. So to start out, your palms are going to come up, your elbows are going to bend, and your knees are going to slightly bend. And this is where we rotate. Our shoulders are going to go down and out and up. And as our arms go straight, our legs are straight. As we start to come in, so now my shoulders are rotating in and down, my legs are bending. I don't know if you have ever seen those little dolls that you push up from the bottom and they just kind of collapse. And then if you let go, they go out. It's sort of like that. It's an in and out motion. So you start again, palms up, elbows bent, knees bent. And then you push out. And at the same time, your shoulders are rotating out and up and in and down. And gradually move up. Trying your best to keep the legs and the arm movements in sync. So when your arms are straight, legs are straight. Arms are bent, legs are bent. Out to shoulder height. Gradually moving up. Oops. And the last one, palms are going to go straight up, turn to the front, and then you're going to go backwards, down, forward, up with the shoulder rotations. Everything relaxed. Feeling the circular motion of the shoulders, the elbows, the wrists, the hands. Gentle, graceful movements. And down. When you get to this point, your arms are straight, but your knees stay slightly bent. And then we're going backwards, up, forward, down. Backwards, legs straight, arms straight. As you start to come around, your knees then bend and down. Your hands just make a natural flip as they come to the front. Tracing the circle, wrists, your fingers, hands, all tracing the circle as they come around. And down, legs stay bent just slightly, hands to the side. Now we're opening out to the jowls. So this is again from the pelvic bone up to the bottom, or down. So you're going out, up, out, down, and in. Up, out, down, and in. And relaxed. Try to just feel it in your body. Don't get caught up in, am I doing it right? He said this is a very forgiving method. It's really more about just feeling the chi, feeling that opening and that closing. And last one, bringing your hands around to the front and to the abdomen. So you're holding this precious chi ball. And you're drawing your hands back, beginning to stand up. Same time as your arms are out straight, you're standing straight. As you come around, you begin to bend your knees. And standing up. So you're drawing that chi back to you And feeling the chi going through you as you bring your hands around the back. Gathering it inside. Dispersing. And the last one, bring your hands to the front. Fingers pointing up. Not touching, and you're gradually just going to come up to above in front of your face. And it's the same movements, just ending at shoulder height. Standing straight, beginning to bend your knees. Out, standing up. This is the last one. Out. And bring your knees are going to be bent. Hands in front of your face. Bringing your hands up, pointing with your fingertips, pointing upward and opening out like a flower opening out. And you're standing up at the same time. And then pouring chi down. So imagining your head wide open, that whole byway area wide open and pouring chi down. Bringing your hands, the back of your hands together, not touching, together but not touching. And slowly just bringing your mind and the chi down in front of the head, chest, the abdomen, the legs. At this point, your hands come to the side and you consciously just lift Wei Yin and then send with your mind the chi down through your legs and feet. And then just one more time and we'll do the closing. Just staying straight. You don't need to bend your knees again. You're lifting this, imagining your arms down below the earth, and you're lifting this bright, beautiful chi ball with all of your awareness between your arms. And lifting it up above your head, pouring it down through your body. And again, bringing the chi down. Feeling it as you bring it down through your body. All the way down to lower Dan Tien. You're just going to send the chi in. Your hands are away from your body. You're not touching. And then sending the chi in as you bring your hands around to the back. And send chi in to Ming Men. And then pushing back from your fingertips. Palms are up. Opening out to the side. Feeling your body connecting with all of that chi that you've just been gathering, connecting with that chi in the universe, and you're drawing it back around. And you're bringing your hands on top of lower Dan Tien, with your awareness on lower Dan Tien, about 3/4 of the way back. Seeing it as bright and abundant and nourishing chi there. And that is the review. So I think we're ready to do a full-on practice unless anybody has a specific question right now about the movements before we go into it. Doesn't sound like.
Let's go for it then. So, stand back up again. You know, this form is really wonderful that it can be modified. So you can do this sitting down, and if that's something you want to try today, if you're feeling really wiped out, really depleted, that's one of the modifications you can make, is do it sitting down, or you can do it lying down with just the mind activity. But if you can stand up, If you can sit, sit. If you need to lie down, that's okay too. So you just sort of meet yourself where you are, and we're from there. Just gonna switch here. So we are going to start with the preparation. We're going to prepare our body by visualizing and relaxing. Then we're going to prepare our mind and chi. And so feet flat on the ground. First, we're going to do our posture. Feet flat on the ground. Hip distance apart. Lifting from by way, that point. The chin gently tucks in and more space opens up between the vertebrae. And picking a point in front of you to rest your vision on. We're starting with an external focus, to bring all of our awareness to one point, and always with a soft focus. And slowly draw that point and your vision back towards you, into the center of your head, gently closing the eyes. And with the eyes closed, take a second check to make an adjustment to bring your awareness behind the eyes, inside. So we're shifting from our external focus to an internal focus, and seeing the inside of the head as spacious and transparent, and inviting the head and all the muscles in the face and the mind to relax. Relaxation filling that spaciousness inside the head. And guiding awareness down through the neck. Filling the space, inviting relaxation in. Guiding awareness into the shoulders, the upper shoulders, the shoulder joints. Creating space, exploring the vastness inside. And inviting relaxation to travel down the arms. The arms are melting into bright chi. Awareness inside the upper chest, the heart space, making space. Relaxing the muscles of the back, inviting them to relax. Guiding awareness into the torso, middle back. Inviting relaxation to join each breath. Awareness inside the lower torso, the low back, sacrum, pelvis. Whole torso is bright. Inviting relaxation into the hips, into the upper legs, the knees, lower legs, ankles and feet. Feeling the body and chi in this moment, right here, right now. We'll adjust the chi and the mind with the 6 verses, which is simply starting with the visualization of the inside of the body spacious and transparent. Opening up to the universe, becoming one. Guiding awareness back to the body. Feeling calm, relaxed, peaceful. Opening to the universe again with a sense of awe, appreciation, accommodation. Drawing awareness back to the body with that same sense for our lives. Appreciation, awe, accommodation. And allowing the bright universe to nurture the heart with love and compassion. Chi is moving smoothly and harmoniously. And joy is opening the heart naturally. We'll get ready to begin the form. You're welcome to open your eyes or keep them closed, whatever suits you. So we start by lifting the palms parallel to the floor and bringing our shoulders in, elbows bent, knees bent, and extending out. The shoulders are going out, up, in. Everything bends as we go in, down, and extending out. Going in and extending out. And each time the arms go a little higher. Going in and extending out. Going in, and this is when our mind goes in too. Mind and awareness is in. And we expand out. The arms are unified with the mind going out, soaring through the universe and guiding awareness back in. Extending out. Arms are at shoulder height and we'll keep moving up. Awareness inside and expanding, opening out to become one with that bright, vibrant universe and drawing awareness deep inside the body, filling the body. And we extend out and we are filling the universe, connecting, becoming one, and drawing back. Awareness is inside the body. Expanding awareness out and drawing awareness back in. This will be our last one. We expand out, hands are above the head, turn the palms face forward, and now we'll circle going back, down, forward, up, back, down, forward, up, slowly making the way, arms down, lower each time. So arms are bent, knees are bent, extending out. The awareness is inside, feeling the spaciousness inside, and expanding, drawing that bright universe to inside. Opening out and drawing back. Awareness inside. Opening. Connecting to that bright universe and drawing awareness and Chi back to the body. Chi follows the mind. So the mind expands out, connects with the bright, abundant Chi in the universe, and draws awareness back inside. The body is bright, filled with Chi. Extending out, arms are at shoulder height, and drawing back. We're going to keep our arms at shoulder height for a moment, just to give you a few reps to keep exploring the mind activity. So go ahead and close your eyes if they're not already. You've got the movement. Awareness is inside and expand awareness out. Draw awareness back. And as the awareness expands, the arms join, moving out, connecting with Chi and drawing back. The body is spacious and bright. Expanding out Connecting with bright, spacious chi and drawing back. The body is brighter and healthier. Expanding out with a sense of curiosity and drawing back in. Opening, filling the universe. Drawing back, the body is brighter and healthier. Opening out. And connecting to deep inside. And we'll slowly start working our arms down with each repetition, extending out and drawing back. Opening out. Drawing back. Awareness is inside. Expanding out. Drawing back in. We'll do one more in this direction. Expanding the mind and drawing back. Awareness is inside, hands gently to the side, palms face back, the shoulders now. Rotate back, up, forward, and down. Back, up, or up, or straight. Forward, the legs are straight, and down, the legs bend. Hands are back, up, forward, and down. Beautiful. So when we're back and we go up the mind, this is when the mind extends out. Forward, and when we go down, the mind is inside. So we expand out, stretching out to the vast universe, and drawing back, filling the body, healthier and brighter with each repetition. Opening and closing big. Awareness is inside, the vast inside, and opening out. This will be our last one. Drawing awareness back to the body, hands gently to the side. And now we're going to connect with the lower jiao. So the palms are about hip height. Lower jiao is from the pubic bone to the belly button. So this whole area, seeing it as bright and transparent like we've been doing for a visualization, letting go of images of anatomy. And now with our shoulders, we're going to go up, out, down, in, up, out, down, in, circling out, coming back in. Shoulders again are up, out, down, in, up, out, down. When we go in, the awareness is in the lower jiao. And as we expand the hands out and the arms out, the mind is out too. And then we draw it all back to lower jiao. So lower jiao expands out with our mind. And then as we draw back and see lower jiao is bright, we're nourishing all the organs in this part of the body. So opening out and drawing back. Seeing lower jiao is healthy. Opening out and drawing back. You really can soar here. As we open out, we're going to soar with our minds out very far. And then draw back, and the whole universe is in lower jiao, nourished and healthy. Opening out, we'll do one more. And drawing back. The hands go to in front of the body and go up to elbow height, which is where middle jiao is, from the belly button to the diaphragm. So this part of the body is where our mind goes, seeing it as transparent and bright. And leading with the elbows, we're going to circle out and draw the hands back in. It's beautiful. So circling with the elbows, coming back in. Yes, so when we're in, the knees are bent, and when we circle, we're out, becoming one with the universe, and then we're drawing back all that amazing, lovely chi to nourish the organs in middle jiao. Middle jiao expands out, connecting with health and abundance and life, and that vibrancy is filling middle jiao. And we open and nourish. Expanding open and drawing back. We'll do one more for middle jiao. Opening middle jiao in all directions. Becoming one and drawing that brightness, that vibrancy back to middle jiao. And the palms are in front of the body. They go up to in front of the head. We're going to do the same elbow-led movement, only this time we're connecting with upper jiao, which is at the diaphragm to the shoulders, and we're going to include the head. So we're going to visualize that whole part of the body as spacious and transparent. And leading with the elbows, circling, opening them. Same movement as before, but we're going to come back to the face, hands in front of the face. So the elbows circle. Draw back. As we come back, we bend the knees, and awareness is inside. Then we expand upper jiao in the head. Draw awareness back. Upper jiao and the head are brighter and healthier. All these organs are nourished. We expand out, and awareness is inside. Then expanding awareness. Drawing awareness back in, feeling the lightness and the ease, opening up, connecting back in. We'll do one more, expanding upper jiao and the head, drawing back. And the awareness can be inside the body. And as we guide our hands out, you can imagine your hands inside your head and coming up out, upper Dan Tien. And then we're collecting all this chi. So the hands are in the universe right now, your chi hands connected. And showering through the body. So visualizing again, the body is transparent and chi is pouring through. Then relaxing the shoulders and relaxing the elbows, leading with the middle fingers, guiding the hands down. They're in front of the body, close but not touching, going through the head and the neck. Go through upper jiao. Your hands are inside your body, chi hands, through middle jiao. Through lower jiao, lifting Kuei Yin. Hands go to the side, but the mind and chi continue down the legs and the feet, all the way to the earth. Hands are in the universe below and guiding chi up to above the head. It's this big ball of chi filled with abundance, nourishment, support, and we shower. It's like you can pop it and it just flows through the body because the body's formless. It's the chi just going all the way through, getting showered through, pouring through. Then leading with the middle fingers, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the elbows. The hands are in front of the face. The mind and chi are inside. So awareness is inside the head. Continuing down slowly, awareness is inside the neck, in the chest, harmonizing, smoothing out. Continuing down through the torso. This is the pouring chi relaxation through the pelvis. We already lifted Wei Yin, it's still closed, so chi is just going to naturally flow down like two rivers down the legs, all the way to the feet. Awareness in the universe below. We'll do this one more time, guiding chi up. You'd like to imagine your hands in the universe the whole time, collecting chi, or visualize the ball, a big chi ball, or infinite access to the universe, and then showering it down through the whole body, seeing the body as transparent, filling, getting brighter, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the elbows, leading from the middle fingers, guiding chi down through the head. The head is spacious, vibrant, healthy, through your neck, through the chest, through the torso, all the way down to lower Dan Tien, right below the belly button, turning the palms facing lower Dan Tien. To send the chi to lower Dan Tien is simply to bring the mind and awareness to lower Dan Tien. Chi follows the mind, it's effortless. So keeping the attention at lower Dan Tien for a moment. Then we're going to open the belt channels in the waist, so guiding the hands around the waist, all the way back to that point Ning Men Tracy was talking about, opposite the belly button. And we send chi in by visualizing Ning Men, putting our awareness there, and then to lower Dan Tien. And turning the palms up, facing the ceiling, leading with the middle finger, extending the palms backwards, and slowly opening the palms, turning them facing forward. And now with our mind and awareness, we're connecting with the chi in the room. And we're drawing it back to the body, back to lower Dan Tien, and just visualize lower Dan Tien. Bring awareness to lower Dan Tien, that chi will follow. Stacking the palms, women right first, men left first. Taking a moment. And then we'll spiral chi in. So moving the hands, going left, down, right, up. We'll do this 3 times. 2, 3. And then in the opposite direction, going 1, 3 times. Awareness inside lower Dan Tien. 2, 3. Taking a moment with your eyes closed. This is the last movement. We're done with the movement. Just going to nourish chi. So observing, bringing awareness to the body, feeling, sensing, noticing, allowing, being. And we'll transition back to sitting. Grab a chair. If you'd like to lie down, whatever's comfortable for you in the moment. We're going to do a little relaxation, breathing. So guiding your awareness, once you've had a chance to settle, back internal again. And Tracy's going to guide this part. Tracy, you're on mute.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So just settling back into your body, feeling all of that chi that you've just been gathering and dispersing and filling your body with. Just feel that space. We're just going to play a little bit with the mind activity and expanding and coming back in, again with our breathing. So when you breathe in, feel the chi filling your whole chi body. Seeing that body is bright and abundant, no boundaries. And when you exhale, feel the chi going deep, deep, deep inside, saturating all of your cells, tendons, vessels, muscles, everything. Breathing in and just expanding out to the boundaries of your body. Exhaling and feeling that saturation. Your next inhale, feel the expanse of the room you're in with your awareness and with the chi. Feel that openness as you expand. Feel your body open. Feel your heart opening. Feel more space around you. Now when you inhale, expand out to the boundaries of the state that you're in. Connecting with everything along the way. When you exhale, you're still bringing all of that bright and positive, abundant chi back deep inside. Now when you inhale, go far out into the void. It's like we did when we were beginning the practice. We're just using our breath and our awareness. Feel that expansiveness. And feel the expansiveness as you exhale and bring it all deep inside. Feel your body relaxing as it's connecting to all of the beauty, the compassion, and the trust, and everything out in the universe. Drawing it back deep, deep inside, filling your whole sense of self. Just be with it. Just be with that space. And then bringing your hands out to the side with your palms facing forward. Drawing all of that chi again back. Connecting with it as you bring it back to lower Dan Tien. And just anchor it inside. Filling your lower Dan Tien. Filling that reservoir. Feeling all of those meridians and points opening up. That power grid It's working well. And then we're going to do head and face. Just brings us back to our physical self again. You're going to bring your hands together and rub the chi. Rub your hands together, rubbing the chi. And with your middle fingers, you're opening out in the middle of your eyebrows, sending chi deep inside. And rubbing gently on your temples. Again, your head is bright and open, sending chi deep, deep inside, around the bones, around your eyes. Everything's clear and healthy, bright. Alongside your nose, opening up your sinuses. You can breathe freely, like a washcloth, just washing your face with chi, sending it deep inside. Your skin is healthy and bright. Using your fingers like combs from the front of your head all the way to the back. Chi sent deep, going deep, all the way from the front to the back, clear and bright. Your left hand on Bai Hui, right hand at the cradle, and you're tapping, opening those gates, sending chi in. And then vibrating on your ears, deep inside. And then rubbing your outside of your ears with your thumb and your forefinger. All those points along the ears, massaging the whole body, organs. And then pull your lobes. You're ready. Open your eyes. So that is the end of our practice for today. Jana, did you want to talk about the takeaway?
Yeah, so the takeaway for this week is similar to last week. It's pouring chi relaxation, which we did. It's the part where it's one part of the form where we go down. The only difference this week is really emphasis on the mind activity. So you can do this while you're in bed. You don't even need to use your hands, or you could unify your hands, your chi, and your mind and do it as a Qigong practice. Guiding the hands up and then bringing awareness inside the head. We had talked about it a little bit in our practice, going through the whole body, all the way down. And what I'd suggest is, instead of your mind following your hands, have your hands follow your mind. So if your awareness is right here, your hands are following. Because sometimes the hands could be here, but you're still right here working your way down. Have the hands follow the mind. So as your mind goes through your body, your hands are following along. And play around with that to just pour chi through the whole body. Bring a relaxation, brightness, play around with visualizing the body as transparent and bright, and see what it's like. If you're having a stressful moment or a tense moment and you need a break, you could try it then. If you're wanting to relax before you go to bed, sleep a little better, you can try it then. Or you could try it all throughout the day and explore it. It's your tool. You'll use it differently than anyone else will. And so see how it is for you. And it's lovely to be here with you all again. And to practice together. We're all growing and learning together. So thank you so much. And we look forward to seeing you again next week.